So, I'm just going to do a couple of Christmas book tags as a way to, like, get some videos up in between my vlogs in December. And yes, I am filming this in front of the Christmas tree instead of in my library. Just because they're Christmas vlogs and the tree looks all pretty. Anyway, so I'm going to do the 12 Days of Christmas book tag. I don't remember who started it off the top of my head, but I will tag it down. But I will tag the person down below once I figure it out. And I've got all the books next to me, or most of them. So let's get into it. The first question is A Partridge in a Pear Tree. Your favorite standalone book. Now, it's kind of hard for me to pick one favorite book, so I just picked, I have a few favorite standalone books, but I have to say Kindred by Octavia E. Butler is pretty high up there in terms of favorites. Yeah, this book is about, it's really dark now, I can't read, but basically this woman is a black woman in, hold on, let me use the Christmas lights to be able to read this. No, that's not helping. Anyway, yeah. This woman kind of bounces between two timelines. She's in her present day, and then she somehow keeps being able to transport back to the past to this man named Ralph, and then she somehow is able to transport back between them. I don't really want to go too much into what this is about, because even though it's old, I still feel like it could be a spoiler, and plus I read it that long ago that I can't remember much of it. But yeah, Kindred by Octavia E. Butler is definitely my favorite standalone book, or at least for the purpose of this question. Second question is Two Turtle Doves. Your fictional OTP or your favorite ship. Now, for me, this one is probably pretty easy because I only have like one ride or die ship that I would say is a favorite, and for me that's Harry and Luna. Or that's Harry Potter and Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I don't really want to keep J.K. Rowling in the limelight, but I do have to say, but if I'm answering honestly, they are my favorite ship. Basically, the way that Harry is the only one who doesn't, see her as weird and is her friend right off the bat in spite of that, I really like the way that those two just understood each other and the way their friendship works, and yeah, I really do like it. Anyway, we're going to move on from that one quickly so that I'm not doing too much focus on J.K. Rowling and that ship. The third question is Three French Hens. Favorite trilogy. Now, for me, I don't actually read a lot of trilogies. Most of the series I have are either duologies or way more than 3 books in a series. I have, the main answer I had was The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, because that's the only trilogy where I've actually finished all of the books. Although I am currently listening to the audiobook for the final book in the To All the Boys series, which I'm also enjoying. But yeah, I'm going to say The Hunger Games for now, just because I've actually finished that, and I haven't finished the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. But yeah, I don't have any other trilogies on my shelf. All of the other ones are either stop at 2, or they just keep going. Yeah, so let's move on. So number 4 is Four Calling Birds. Favorite fictional beast or creature? For me, I just went with dragons, because I love dragons. I think they're, I love dragons. And I just think they're really cool. But yeah, I don't really know a lot of fictional creatures that I would say I love, except for dragons. But yeah, I just love dragons. I think they're great, and I would just love to see one in real life. But yeah, dragons are the one creature that I say that I love, that I am fascinated by and really love. Okay, 5 golden rings. This one is simply show 5 golden books. I have them next to me. Hold on. So I've got my edition of the Grimm's fairy tales, because the pages are the front isn't gold, but the pages are gold. And yeah, so this is one golden book. My second golden book is This edition is my edition of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Because, yeah, this definitely looks gold. I'm not going to turn the light on because then it'll take away the atmosphere of the Christmas tree. So you're just going to take my word for it. And then the next one that I have is A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. Yeah. I mean, this is more yellow than gold, but I really have to stretch it to find 5. And then The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren is another mix between gold and yellow. And then I've got this version of As Old as Time, the Disney Twisted Tale. But yeah, this is yellow/gold. Okay. Yeah, so that's my 5 gold books. So the next one. 6 Geese Lane, Rotten Egg. What's your least favorite book? This one was really easy. For me, my least favorite book is The Devil Wears Prada. Like, my God, the amount of like racism, racism, sexism, gay. I don't know what it's called when they're like stereotypical against with gays, but yeah, my God, this book was so insulting and infuriating. I love that movie, but the book is actual like misogynistic. Just, oh God, there's so much wrong with it that I don't like it. There's so many, all the insult. If you can think of an insulting stereotype, it's in this book. I don't know how they made the movie as great as it is, and that was what they were going off. But I do appreciate that they changed it. Okay, the next one is 7 Swans Are Swimming. Show a book with water on the cover. For that one, I have Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. I haven't read this one yet, but it didn't say I had to read it. It just said I had to show it. But yeah, Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. It has water all over the cover. Okay, then the next one is 8 Maids of Milking. What fictional food do you wish you could taste? For me, it has to be the food in Alice in Wonderland. I just think that some of that stuff sounds really good, and I would just love to have like an unbirthday party or a tea party with the Mad Hatter and all of Alice's friends. Yeah, I just think that would be a good time, and I'm just intrigued by what they would have. Okay, so the next one is 9 Ladies Dancing, favorite dance between 2 characters. I don't know if this one's cheating because I can't think of any in books, but I can think of one that's from the adaptation of a book, which is Elphaba and Glinda at the Ozdust in Wicked. I just love the fact that Glinda is the one who comes over and dances with Elphaba, and that's what starts their friendship. Yeah, I just really love that moment. I think it's so beautiful and so heartwarming because Glinda realizes that she judged and made a mistake, and that's her making up for it, is by embarrassing herself just as much as Elphaba's embarrassing herself. But yeah, I just love their little dance. I think it's so sweet. Okay, so 10 Lords of Leaping is favorite book to movie adaptation. I could say The Devil Wears Prada because I said how much I hate that book, but I love the movie. But no, I'm gonna go with The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, just because I wanted to say a different book. Yeah, I read the Notebook, and I actually thought it was a little boring. But I do love the movie. I think the movie is great, and Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling are great in those roles. But yeah, it's a lot different than the book. I can't remember much about the book because I read it years ago, and I also read it when I had COVID, and that was just knocking me out. So I don't really think that counts as reading it, or at least being able to have a good recollection of reading it. But yeah, The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Okay, 11 Pipers Piping, favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack. I am going to repeat a book here. Wicked. Their soundtrack, absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, their soundtrack absolutely phenomenal, especially Defying Gravity. I love that soundtrack so much, and I would listen to it all the time. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to listen to it once I start recording, or at least I'm going to listen to Defying Gravity, not the whole soundtrack. I will probably listen to Defying Gravity though. And the last question, 12 Drummers Drumming. It's the end of the song. What's your favourite book ending? For me, it's kind of hard to remember book endings, but I feel like the last book in the Percy Jackson series is a good answer for this because the way that it wrapped up the whole the whole 5 series, and it was and it had shown in the other 4 books that it was all. It had shown in the other books up to this that it was leading up to the events that happened in this book, and yeah, I think the way that this series ended was like really good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Percy Jackson. And that is the last question for this book tag. This isn't a very long video, but like I said, it's just a thing in between the vlogs that I'm doing. But yeah, so I will catch you guys in the next one.